Hey guys, I'm Kim and welcome to your full-length evening restorative yoga class. So the poses that we're going to be going through this evening are each directly related to your 7 main chakras. And we'll kind of talk about each chakra as we get there, as you release and relax into each asana. I do recommend that you have a bolster and a block for this practice. Know that you can always grab a couple pillows to substitute for a bolster or roll up a comforter in the same type of shape, and a couple blocks can be replaced easily with some books or a box. And I once had somebody use a 4-pack of toilet paper. Get inventive. You're not going to need it for every posture, just a couple. So I'll let you grab your supplies and we'll begin. Our first posture this evening is supported bound angle pose. So you'll come to sitting on your mat, bringing your bolster or your comforter, your pillows, to just kind of reach out from your tailbone like a tail and slowly begin to lower yourself down. Wiggle down so that your hip bones remain on the mat, and then bring the soles of your feet together. This is where having some blocks will come in handy. If you feel like it's too much of an intense groin stretch here, you're not looking for a stretch, you're looking for a release. So to do that, you can either place your blocks underneath your thighs close to your hips. You can release your feet down further on the mat, or you can make some fists and just place them right underneath your hips, just to give that little bit of support to your groin area. So take a big breath in here and exhale fully. Just relaxing every muscle in your body, allowing yourself to restore. In this posture, we are focusing on our root chakra, our grounding chakra, the color of red. The location is way down near your tailbone. And the root chakra stands for feelings of security and safety, feeling connected with the earth. So as you restore here, imagine a red glowing ball of light right down in your perineum area. Really feel the connection between your root chakra area and the ground. Start to become aware of your breath. Slowly bring your knees back together and gently press yourself up to a seated position. We're going to now come down onto our bellies, but we're going to leave our bolster over or under our hip area. So the best way to do this is to just put your bolster approximately where you think your hips are going to be, and then slowly lower down, wiggling around to adjust to make things comfortable, and then stacking palm over palm and slowly lowering your head down to the ground. During this pose, we're working on our sacral chakra, our center of emotion, our femininity, and our creativity. The color is orange and warm, and the location is in your womb space, so right between your navel and your pubic bone. So as we lie here, focus on a ball of orange energy radiating out of your sacral chakra area. start to become aware of your breath. And then slowly press yourself up to a tabletop position. And we're going to pretty much do the same thing, only lying on our backs. So just allow that bolster to come behind you. And you want it to land right around your solar plexus area. So just that area between your navel and your xiphoid process or your rib cage. So if you just come to sitting with long legs and then slowly lower your body down and then wiggle around to get nice and comfortable. Allow your arms to come out to a T and your feet to come wide on the mat. If you find that this is a little bit too much on your mid-back area, you can always bend your knees, keep your feet wide, and allow those knees to back in towards one another. This position, we're working on our solar plexus chakra. This is our firehouse chakra, our get it done chakra. This is where our work, our ambition, and our ego live. The color here is yellow. And as I said, the location is just above the navel and below the beginning of your rib cage. So as we restore here, just focus on a glowing ball of yellow, just radiating from your solar plexus area. Begin to become more aware of your breath. And slowly take a bend in those knees. Bring your arms back to center. Just gently roll over to one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Our next posture is supported fish, and that posture is very much like bound angle pose. If you have blocks, you're welcome to use them to prop up the top portion of your bolster if you so desire. I'm going to leave mine just as it is. So we'll come into this just like we did for bound angle, making sure that you're bringing that bolster right up against your tailbone and slowly lowering down. Your shoulders reach down towards the ground and your feet splay outwards. And the focus during this posture is your heart chakra. The color green and the center for all things love. Love of your partner, love of your friends and your pets, love for community. And the area that your heart chakra is located in is your entire chest area. So picture that full rib cage just filling with green glowing energy. Start to become aware of your breath. And then slowly take a bend in those knees and press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. We're going to move into our next posture, which is a supported bridge posture. So just bringing your bolster down beside you, lowering yourself all the way down to the mat, taking a bend in the knees and pressing the hips way up to the sky, and slowly bringing that bolster to land just underneath the pelvic area. Your knees are to remain bent with your feet wide, the knees knocking in towards one another. Your arms just lie heavy alongside of you with the palms facing up. And the focus in this posture is your throat chakra. So this chakra is located in your entire throat area. And the reason that we're doing supported bridge is because the entire back area of your throat is in contact with your mat or the ground. The color is blue, and the focus is on speaking your truth, being present, and allowing your voice to be heard. So as we sit here and restore in our supportive bridge, focus on a blue glowing light radiating in your entire throat area. Begin to become aware of your breath. And slowly begin to heel toe those feet together. Pressing up and removing the bolster. And then rolling over, coming up to a seated position. Our next posture is child's pose. So coming to sitting on your knees go wide and your big toes kiss. And with your bolster, just allow it to come and rest between your knees. Slowly begin to walk your body down as you press your hips back towards your heels. As you rest your head on your bolster, your hands can either lie at the side or up on your bolster. Just find a spot that's super comfortable for you. I'll let you know when we're about halfway through, and that will signal you to flip cheeks if you are resting cheek down on your bolster. If you can, resting third eye down on your bolster will help to bring awareness to the chakra space that we're focusing on right now. The third eye is that space between your eyebrows. The color is indigo. And the third eye represents your intellect and your intuition, your gut instinct. So as we restore here in child's pose, allow an indigo ball of energy to form in that space between your eyebrows. We're about halfway there. So if you'd like to flip over to the other cheek, now is your time. Start to become aware of your breath, and then slowly begin to walk yourself back up to seated. So we're going to move into our final position of the evening, and that is Savasana. So there's a few ways that you can take your Savasana. If you wanted to use your bolster, you could place it underneath your ankles and just elevate your feet, underneath your knees to elevate your knees, also relieving a little bit of pressure on that low back. Or you can place it underneath your shoulders and your head for kind of a pillow effect. Or just lie down in Savasana, good old-fashioned no props Savasana. I'm going to allow the bolster to come behind my knees. Allow your arms to splay out to the side and give a little wiggle all the way around. Just releasing any of that tension that might be left over. I don't know if you're able to hear the rain that's just started outside. During our Savasana, our focus is on our crown chakra, our connection to higher self, where we have big dreams, our imagination. The color is white, and the location is right at the top of our head. So picturing where a crown would sit. So as we lie in our Savasana, imagine a glowing white light radiating above us, bathing each of our chakras and all of our body in a protective, glowing white light. Begin to become aware of your breath, the rise and the fall of your chest. And make any small movements that feel right, bringing you back to your body. Inhale, the arms reach high as you stretch all the way from your fingers to your toes. And then exhale, the arms back down as your knees bend. And you roll on over to your favorite side. Pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. We'll inhale as the arms reach. And exhale down through heart center, stopping at your third eye for your intellect and your intuition. Traveling down to your throat chakra for only sweet, kind words to flow over your tongue. And finally down to your heart chakra for the self-love that you showed yourself this evening by showing up and the kindness that you show others. I thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.